Hey guys, welcome to today's Vehicle Visionary. Today we're going to take a quick look at this 2021 Honda Civic Sport Touring trim level. And since it's about to rain and I've got to get a video in, I'm going to kind of shorten this one up compared to what we normally do. But we'll take a quick look at this model. But here's an advantage today that we don't normally have, because normally the sun's out here in Northwest Louisiana. Today I can show you the LED headlights and the fog lights on out here during the daytime and give you a pretty good look at that. Of course, as you can see, this model is Sonic Gray, but I like the fact that I can give you a bit of a different look compared to what we normally do. If it wasn't about to rain, we would probably spend a little more time on this one, but just a quick little walk around tour here. LED tail lights. And of course, as you can see, this being the Sport Touring trim level, of course, you're going to have the sporty look of the rear spoiler and the rear roof spoiler. Tell me what you think about this Sonic Gray on this Civic. Do you like it? If it's something you're planning to buy, is this a color you want? Of course, the dual exhaust back here in the rear. And just a quick look up close at what we have in the rear here. Of course, the vents here, not functional, decorative, but still a nice touch back there. And with the black accent trim colors on this model, that does really set off the Sonic Gray on this model. You do have 235/40 all-season tires wrapped around the 18-inch alloy wheels. And of course, the typical lines of the Civic that really set this little model off. I like the way that looks, just looking down the side there, with the lower door sills and the lines you see there. Quite a nice look, at least in my particular opinion. Of course, this model does have a sunroof. As you can see, there is a sunroof up there. And now that we've taken a quick look outside here, let's take a look at what's under the hood. And here under the hood, the 1.5 liter turbocharged 4-cylinder has made it to a 6-speed manual transmission, and we'll put the numbers on the screen as far as horsepower, torque, and gas mileage, which obviously, as you would expect, excellent gas mileage out of the smaller motor, but still a very enjoyable vehicle to cruise around on the road with. I don't know if I'm going to have time to do a test drive today. We may run out and do that. Again, trying to beat the rain here. You're going to have rain sensing windshield wipers. And take a look here at the power mirrors. Not power folding, but power mirrors. You can adjust them, of course, from the interior, but if you want to fold them in, you'll have to do that manually. But of course, there are a multitude of safety features on this little Civic. And of course, you have a nice rear wiper if you need that. And we'll take a quick look here at what you have cargo space wise. A reasonable amount of cargo space. Of course, you do have these 60/40 split folding rear seats, and if you want to fold those down, here is the release for that. We'll just fold one down from right here. It'll go all the way down, and it does. Of course, you can do that on both sides, and that's how you're going to maximize your cargo space. Now, under the floor, you will not find a tire repair kit. You will actually find a true spare tire. And I want you to notice what happened when I put the floor up like that. I probably didn't do that in the exact perfect position, but if you'll notice this little flap right here on the side, this floor is designed to do exactly what I've done with it. That's no accident. It's designed to stay up on its own so that when you're needing to get something out from underneath the floor, the spare tire, the tools to replace a tire, whatever you might maybe have under there, that is a nice convenience where all you do is lift it up and this piece automatically folds down, and it basically just acts as kind of a catch to keep it in place, so you don't have to worry about having to fumble with getting the tire and the tools out and trying to hold the floor up at the same time. Almost a magic trick or something, or a stunt, trying to see if you can multitask doing those things at the same time. Just a nice little convenience that Honda offers, and of course very easy to put that back down, as you can see. And just a quick look here at the passenger side door in the rear as we hop into the back seat. Before I do that, of course, just to show you what's back here, you do have the fold down armrest with the cup holders, and very, very soft material right there. So that's nice and comfortable. We'll hop inside here and show what you have in the rear. You don't have dual air conditioning vents or anything like that, but you do have heated rear seats back here if you want. You have low and high. And a quick look here into the front interior before we hop up there and actually take a look. And like I said, you do have a 6-speed manual transmission for this particular model. There are your sport pedals, including the clutch, something we don't see a lot of these days. But kudos to Honda for being one of the car manufacturers in this day and age still offering a manual transmission. Just a quick look here at the driver's side door. Of course, for 2021, there are no significant changes for the Civic, but that means you still get the same reliability and enjoyability of these models. Of course, some of the features that you can turn off and on right there. Just an interesting little side note as we begin taking a look at the interior here in the front seat. With push button start, as we have right here, normally, of course, you would push in the brake pedal, and notice nothing happens when I do. Take my foot off the brake and shove in the clutch. With the manual transmission, you're going to use the clutch instead of the brake to allow you to start the engine up in this model. There's your instrument cluster graphics. Nothing new, like I said before, but still very relevant, very nice. And in case this is a model you're looking at as a 2021 model, well, you know what you have now. And in the interest of fair reporting, if somebody's learning to drive a manual for the first time, there is a little secret here, at least something in my opinion that I think is very helpful. I'll get back here far enough where you can see it. When they're learning to find reverse, for example, this is a very easy little hack to know if they're in reverse. The rear view camera comes on. That way they know they're in reverse. Just makes it so much easier, at least in my particular opinion, with this model. Of course, you have the steering wheel mounted controls right here. Got cruise control, all that good stuff. Here are the controls for your headlights if you want to turn those on. They are automatic headlights as well. And the controls here for the windshield wipers, which I can actually demonstrate that today because it is sprinkling just a little bit outside. That's why we're kind of rushing through today's video, but just kind of show you what's here. Of course, you've got heated seats here in the front, something that we definitely do not need today, even though it's in the low 60s. Now, for those of you who are used to watching me, next week, I'm probably going to have to dress a little warmer. It's going to be a lot cooler here in Northwest Louisiana. That does happen sometimes. We do get a little bit of cool weather. And of course, just a quick look here at the shifter you're going to have for your 6-speed manual transmission. You have Econ mode if you want to do that. Of course, you don't need sport mode here because you already have the sportiness with the manual transmission. So you actually don't have that brake hold mode if you want to use that. If you get stuck in heavy traffic and you're moving slowly, that way you don't have to constantly shove the clutch in and out and even keep your foot on the clutch to keep the vehicle stationary if you're on a hill. That's one of the really helpful features of brake hold mode. So basically what that means, you come to a complete stop, you can put it into neutral and let go of the brake and the clutch, and the vehicle's gonna stay in place. That actually will keep you from having really sore legs. If you're like me and you go to the gym, that's very helpful because you don't have super sore legs to deal with after a workout. And again, as I've called this in the past, you may have seen it, the lid for the console is a multitasker. You can move that back and forth, and that's really to make it act as an armrest. It's more comfortable that way, being a little further forward. And of course, here's what you have. You can move things around and out of the way. Not only that little tray right there, but also the drink holders right there. If you have a larger cup, for example, that's where it's going to go, right down there. Of course, a little bit of storage right here. You've got your connection for your phone right here. And basically just the simplistic system. For some reason, I cannot get this screen to come on, probably because of something having to do with this vehicle needing to go through the inspection process and be finished up, but not a big deal necessarily. But just a quick little look at this Civic. Now, when we have a dry day and it's not threatening to rain like it is today, I'm trying to rush through to get this video done. We're going to go out and we'll do a test drive only video with this little Civic. But I hope you enjoyed this quick little tour of the Civic Sport Touring version. And I appreciate my friends at Holmes Honda for loaning me this vehicle for the day, and all of you for being kind enough to take the time to watch. Look forward to seeing you in my next video. Bye-bye.